Hey guys, it's Epic Underworlds. Today I'm going to be going over some of the best cards you guys can put in your deck. So I have the whole database pulled up, and I'll be scrolling through and telling you which cards are some that you might want. Okay, starting off strong with Chest of Cards. This is a big staple card in Epic Underworlds Core Set 1. You basically look at the top 3 cards of your deck and add one to your hand and shuffle the other back in your deck. Although it's kind of expensive, it is a very good spell card, and I recommend you at least put 1 or 2 copies of it in your deck. Next is Attack Drain. At first, this card might not look too good, but it has proven to be really powerful. So you get to subtract 2 attack from one of your opponent's creatures and add 2 attack to one of your creatures, which is awesome. So I would definitely recommend running maybe one of these. Hellsent Spear is another staple card. Do 4 damage to target creature. Just an easy card to get rid of annoying 4 health creatures in the game, or any weaker ones too. Shock Staff has proven to be a decent card. You get to bring the top card of your discard pile back to your hand, and just bring cards back from your discard pile to your hand in general is a very good ability, so I recommend one of these. Cannon Blast, another really good stable card. I think everyone runs this card in their deck. You get to discard, well, this card can be a little annoying if you're losing the game. You have to discard a card in your hand, and then you can just flat out kill one of your opponent's creatures. So it is powerful, but it does cost a little bit, and it takes 1 card from your hand, but is definitely worth it. Now this is the Last Stand. This deck is more, or this card would be more if your deck is a little weaker and you maybe lose the game a lot, or almost lose it. So this is basically if your opponent has 3 or more points, and you search your deck for a card and add it to your hand. That ability is insanely good, but you have to be losing the game by 3 points to use it. So this is a very good card if you want to add that to your deck. Massive Restraint has proven to be a very strong card. It's a comeback card, so you can play it any time in the game. When a creature is played, pretty much your opponent's creature, it basically has 0 attack now and can't attack. So it's super good. Mortar is a good card to get rid of any anyone else's comeback cards that they play. It's only 3 points, and it's definitely worth it. It just cancels a comeback card. Speaking of comeback cards, we got Insta-Kill and Cancel. These cards kind of do the same thing, although this one has another option. Basically, when your opponent kills one of your creatures, you can cancel it, or in this case, you can gain 1 point. It's basically up to you. Cancel, on the other hand, when a creature would attack, so even if it would attack directly and not kill one of your creatures, you could still cancel it. So this is just an overall really strong card. Dice Commodore has proven to be a pretty good card. The only downside is if you roll a d6 and you get its last ability, which is only add 1 life to target creature in play. Still good, you can add it to this card if you want, but if you preferred want to roll a 1 or 4, or 1 through 4, you can do either 2 damage to target creature or draw 1 card when played, and it still has solid stats, so a pretty good creature card. Cranton. Now Cranton is another staple card for creatures. When this card is discarded or basically killed, you get to draw 1 card. And if you combo it with Combat Engineer, which says you can add 1 card to your hand, 1 to your discard pile, and 1 to your underworld. If you draw 1 of these as the 3, you can send it to your underworld and draw 2 cards, which is one of the best combos in the game. Being able to draw 2 cards is huge, but it is rare that you pull this off. Either way, Cranton is just a good card if you want to run it by itself. Shadow Samurai. I know it might look a little weak, but once per game, this card may attack twice in 1 turn. So this is very good, and you can combo it really well, like attack directly twice, even if you want, or just kill 2 creatures. This is a good comeback card too, if you're losing the game. Spirit Swarm is really good. Each time this card kills a creature, draw 1 card. Just a really good ability. Even though it only has a little lower of attack, you can always equip a card that would allow it to gain more attack. So you could really abuse this ability, but it's very good. Slim Sluggy, kind of a funny name based on Slim Shady. It's got a really interesting ability. You can switch its stats when played, so it can either be more of an attacking card or more of a defensive card, depending on your status in the game. The Cursed Stump, its ability basically is when it's killed, you gain 1 point. Really good to gain points, and it has good stats. Redcon Duo, basically when played, search your deck for another Redcon Duo and add that card to your hand. So if you're losing the game or you don't have any creatures in play, play this and you can get 2 creatures out, and 1 for pretty much free. So this is a really good ability, and it has 4 attack, which is extremely strong. Aggressinator, this is a very cheap card that you can add to your deck. It's a 2/2 for only 4 points. Every time this card kills a creature, you can add 1 life or 1 attack to this card. I definitely recommend adding life. You can build up this life total so he can last longer in the game. Exotic Esco is another very good card if your opponent has more points than you. So again, it's kind of like the Last Stand. When this card is played, draw 1 card to do 2 damage to target creature. So it's also kind of like Dice Commodore, but if you're losing the game, this card is very good and it's pretty cheap. Tasmi the Great. This is a really good card because a lot of people run Cranton, So this card can easily kill Grandin with 1 attack, and if it does, you can gain 5 attacks. This can be a 6/5 creature for only 8 points. Unknown Trooper is one of the most annoying cards in the game. Basically, whenever your opponents attack this creature, they do 2 less damage. So you have to have at least 3 attack to at least do 1 damage to this card, which is super annoying because a lot of people run Cranton and cheaper cost cards, so you've got to add some heavy hitters in your deck, definitely. And the last card is another staple card, a fan favorite too, Spike Serpent. When played, do 3 damage to target creature in play. So it can first off do its ability and then attack normally. So this is a very good play, or card when you play it on the first turn of the game. So yeah guys, thank you guys for watching. This is just all the staple cards and good cards that you guys can use to build your Epic Underworlds decks. I look forward to seeing you guys making decks. If you ever do make one, you can post your decks and pre-built decks for others to see. I'm also having a tournament of Epic Underworlds hosting in September, so you guys can get play testing. I will be giving away prizes and stuff too, so look forward to that. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.